Well, here we are, week 2. It's February 19th of me and Dre talking about the shed hunt and the shed season so far. Pretty slow week. This week we were gone the end of last week, and then we didn't do any shed hunting really, and other than basically just when we got back, and then Drake found this one.
Yesterday, or was it yesterday?
Yeah.
Yesterday I went to the shop and put a round bin for the cows and went back to put out some feed, and this one was pretty easy to find. It was laying right next to the corn pile, so I'm sure this deer has been on camera, but I just didn't recognize him. But it was a freshie though. Still got blood on it, and nice little antler, nice little surprise when I got back there.
And actually, this was there at the shop too, probably 40 yards from that one. It's probably last year's spike or 4-point. It was all chewed up, and we think it probably fell out of a tree. Actually, it's all chewed up real bad. And they always put them up in the pine trees there. But shot produced 2 basically last week, and then Drake found that one on Sunday. But we found that together. We just dumped the pile out where Drake found that one, and we dumped the pile out of feed. We're walking back there, and just having to find it laying by a tree there, but. And then the cameras too this week, all the ones up north here. We didn't get a chance to go down south, which I'm sure some more of them fell, but we already knew that most of them were done. But up here, I mean, as far as we know, we checked them again today, and the bucks are still holding up here for the most part. So haven't really found anything up here. But then this one we found, the biggest one we found this year. This is the buck we call the Big Six. I hunted him a lot with Drake this year. We had 3 encounters with him, or 2. No, tree stand.
When he came out below us, and then when he was
Another
news,
stand.
was that the only time?
Yeah.
2 times we've seen him, and I seen him when I was filming the feed, the one.
Yeah. 9.5-year-old buck, though. This is the biggest he's been. I scored this the other night, just over 60 inches, so he's probably about 138, 140 inch 8-pointer, which is pretty good. His mass is incredible. The videos don't do him justice, but pretty awesome at 9.5. He's actually the biggest he's been, and these sheds here are actually all ones we found off of him. Drake found that one last year. It was actually one of his. He went down last year, and we don't know why. It wasn't hurt or nothing, but he was just real small. Just, I don't know, because the year before it was this, and I found this set of them. And obviously, the shed's a lot bigger than that one, just mass-wise and main beam-wise and everything. He just, I don't know what happened to him, but this buck we watched, like I said, forever. My first shed I found of him ever, because he used to be a 6. That's why I call him the Big Six. I knew he was always a nice big 6-pointer. You can tell he was starting to split there, and next year was that. But other than that, he was a Big 6 forever, and that's the first shot I found of him. But we knew he'd draw. It's probably about 3 weeks ago. I thought I'd seen him get up out of bed with new antlers, and I checked the camera, and he was there every night. And then we haven't found any of his sheds near where we've seen him on the camera. But another farm we are allowed to go on. We were just driving down the tree line and messing with one of our tree stands to take it down, actually, and looked over, and he was literally laying around the tree line edge, and that's where I found this shed last year. And then basically that one too is right within probably 150 yards all of each other on that farm there. And then this is on our home piece there, laying right beside each other. But yeah, he's a lot bigger than we thought he was. We thought he was just a little bigger than he was last year, but I mean, he's the biggest he's been mass-wise, time-wise, and just main beam. He's a nice deer. I mean, not a giant for an 8-pointer, though. He's pretty good, but right around 140 and almost being 10 years old. He'll be 10 this year. I mean, just pretty crazy that his biggest year is this year, but
Be a fun one to go after this year.
Yeah. Yeah, we had him right underneath us. Me and Drake encountered him this year. We were hunting him, and he came out just after dark, and he walked right underneath us, and he went and ate in the food plot, and then went over to the feeder and sat there and ate for like 30 minutes. We were stuck in the stand for like an hour. By the time we got down, let him get out of there. But I mean, he looked decent, but it was so dark or whatever. I think his body is just so big it makes his rack look tiny. But yeah, he's a cool deer. Then we seen him one time on a new set we hung on the other end of the food plot there, but it was midday or it was early in the hunt, and I think he caught our wind or was chasing a doe or something because he just kind of ran out. They're not running, but just jogged out of there. But he's a cool deer, and right now one of the deer we got the most history with, the amount of antlers and pictures over the years. So
hopefully we can find the other side tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, me and him are gonna go over to a farm there that we actually found this one. It butts right up to the one where we found this one. And hopefully find the other side there. Else it's probably on us if not. But yeah, it'd be nice to match him up because he's a stud, and we know he lost on the same night because he showed up without both of them on. But he's a heck of a nice 8-pointer for sure. But other than that, yeah, our camera's still been showing basically holding this as of now up here in northern Ohio. Like I said, we didn't get a chance to go down south and check, but they've been mainly off lower than those couple bucks we talked about last week. But
Go down this weekend and find a couple more.
yeah, we still got quite a few pickup down there, so hopefully we get down there and pick some up this weekend. And hopefully they'll pick this one up, match him up this week someday, and maybe get out a little more this week. It's gonna be nicer weather, and there's still some that are on the ground that we know are up here that we can go find, hopefully easy. But yeah, we got 3 this past week, and not terrible, but hopefully we can have some more for you next week here. But yeah, it's been pretty good so far. What are we up to now?
I know I'm up to 8, so how many you found?
I think the count was a 13, I'm pretty sure. Maybe 14 with that one now. Actually, I didn't count that one out. I did this one, yeah. I can't remember how many I found. 1, 2, I found the 5 at the farm. No, more than that. I can't remember. I think we're up to like 14 maybe. Between 13 and 15, I'd say. Really, I didn't really walked or anything. They've all been still. Yeah,
From the Gator.
this one, yeah, Gator.
From the four-wheeler.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been getting pretty close to that time. They just start going hard though, and people start picking them up, and we've been seeing more and more people picking them up. So yeah, we're excited. Really hoping we can match them up this week, and we got some other big bucks that are bigger than this guy that we know are in the area. Just gotta find them. Just hopefully we can find them. They're not as consistent, but
Waiting on them to drop them off.
yeah. We got one pretty cool one too that he's kind of like this, but he's got something special on it. It'd be pretty neat to find him, but we'll see. He's probably least mount on our cameras, but you just never know.
Well,
Yeah, actually I checked my camera back here, and it was like 3 days ago, and there were $6 on camera within the last 2 days while we were gone, because the reason why I didn't get the shed on, we were down at the NWTF show, but while we were gone there, I had $6 on camera, and every buck had their antlers on except for like a little 3-point had one side gone, but he's been gone forever on the one side, so they're definitely holding. But it got cold again here in Ohio, and then it's going to warm up again, so I bet you a couple more will drop. That's what I've noticed as we talked, and when the weather really changes, the cold to warm back, usually I've noticed drops them, so hopefully they'll start dropping here, and we'll really be able to start finding a lot more.
get after them.